What's up, everybody? It's me, Todd, and I'm here for another information video about energy and utilities and power, okay? So today, we're gonna talk about solar. This is good stuff, all right? So, most people have no clue how solar works. They just know that it's this really expensive system that you pay a bunch of money for, they put it on your roof, the sun comes out and makes power, and then you don't have a power bill anymore, right? That's what most people that I talk to basically tell me that they know about solar. And yes, some of what they say is true, but they don't really understand how easy it is to go solar. And they don't understand that there are multiple ways that they can go solar, often not costing them a single penny out of their pocket, okay? So today I want to talk to you about purchasing solar. I will make other videos about these other options, but today we're just going to talk about purchasing solar and what that means for you. So normally there are two ways that you can purchase solar for the home. There's a cash purchase, which is exactly how it sounds. You write a check for the value of the system. They come out, they put the system on your house, no more utility bill besides a small fee that you pay to your utility. And then your solar payment becomes your utility bill, and it's generally a lot cheaper, okay? And then you have financing, which is just like buying a car. Most people don't pay $25,000 for a brand new Corolla right on the spot at the dealership. They generally do some sort of down payment, and then they do, 36-month financing or something like that, right? It's the same with solar, all right? One of these obviously has an initial investment, which is the cash purchase, because you're paying for the entire system up front, okay? There are certain advantages to doing that, which I'll discuss in a minute. But the financing option doesn't always require an initial investment. So let's talk about the benefits of doing a cash purchase. Benefits of doing a cash purchase are no monthly payments. You have a small fee that you pay to your utility, and it's pretty much just a membership fee for being plugged into their grid. Yes, you still need to be plugged into the utility, because how are you going to get power to the home at nighttime, right? So solar works with utility companies in that way. You give them a small fee each month to use their grid, but you're not really paying them for electricity anymore, okay? The benefit to this is you've paid everything up front. There's no more monthly payments, but the downside is you have to wait, a number of years for you to get your return of investment. But what are the perks? I don't want to talk to you about just the drawbacks. I want to talk to you about some of the perks as well. So, with every solar system purchase, there is a federal ITC. That stands for Investment Tax Credit, okay? Investment tax credits can be applied to your yearly tax liability and basically save the money you would have otherwise given to the government during tax season and use it for yourself. So let's say, I'm a small business owner, or I have a good salary job. I have taxes every year. It's like Benjamin Franklin said, there's only two things that are guaranteed in life: death and taxes. And neither one of those are really appealing, but I digress. So let's say you purchase a $10,000 solar system. So that means you will qualify for a $2,600 tax credit that you can use to write off on your taxes. So this is $2,600 that you would have otherwise given to the government that you now get to keep for yourself. It's a great way for people to recover an initial investment to some degree. You're recovering about a quarter of the system's value right off the bat, and now you only have 75% of the system to worry about paying off if you're financing, or you've gotten 25% of your ROI back, okay? Return of investment, if you don't know what ROI means. This is the same way with a purchase. However, with a purchase, in many cases, you don't have to pay anything up front. You go through the paperwork with your solar guy, you sign on the dotted line, the team comes out and installs the system, and then it gets turned on and boom. No more paying your utility company for power anymore, except for that small fee, okay? And it's generally about $10. That investment tax credit still applies. If it's a $10,000 system, even though you haven't paid it off yet because you're financing, that $2,600 tax credit can be applied to your taxes. This is especially attractive for people who are small business owners, people who are 1099 contractors or independent contractors. A good example for this would be somebody who's a roofing contractor, or somebody who is an independent consultant for a marketing firm, or whatever, right? It's really attractive for them because they have a much higher tax liability because they're not paid the same way as like a W-2 employee who's paid per hour. But both kinds of people, W-2 employees, 1099s, they still have tax liability that they're able to hold on to once they get that investment tax credit. So I kind of like to compare this to buying a house versus renting a house, okay? So when you're renting a house, you move into a home and you pay $1,000 a month for your rent. You don't really own anything, and that's it. You're just paying for a place to live. It's like renting a hotel room for month to month at a much lesser rate than like $100 a night, right? You know, that's just the thing that a lot of people do in the United States. They may not have the credit to buy a house, and so all that they could do is rent their home. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the only thing you're getting out of it is a place to stay. You're not building wealth, you're not building equity, and that's one thing that's really important for you to increase your own wealth as you plan for retirement and your other financial goals in life, okay? If you purchase a home, you go apply for a mortgage, you get the loan, you put a down payment, and then every single month as you're paying down this 20, 30-year mortgage, every single payment that you're making on the house is that much more equity that you're building. Okay, so as you decrease the amount of debt that you have on the home, you're increasing the amount of value that you own in the home. So if you purchase a $300,000 house on a 30-year fixed mortgage, by year 10, you have invested $100,000 into this property that you own that you will now pocket once you sell the home, and the other $200,000 is going to go and pay off the rest of your mortgage. It's the same thing with solar. When you're paying your utility company, you're renting the power. You're paying for power to come to the home. The power comes to the home, you use it, that's the end of the story. There's no value in it for you other than running your appliances. But when you go solar, now you have an asset. You have something that's driving value to the home every time you make a payment on it. Or if you're making like a lump sum payment, then you have it all at once. So let's say you've got a $10,000 solar system, you finance it for 10 years, 15 years, however long you think is best for you. Every single month that you make that solar payment, you are purchasing and owning your power, and you're driving more value to the home. You're increasing the value of your property. So one day, when you sell your house, you can factor that into the overall cost of your home. Imagine being able to boost the value of your home every single month just by paying for electricity. That's literally what this is all about. On top of that, you're getting 26% of the value of that system back in your pocket in a tax write-off. I mean, it's like a no-brainer. Why aren't more people going solar? It blows my mind. But I blame the miseducation that's out here and the lack of information for people just not really grasping this concept, which is why I've created these YouTube videos so that people have more of an informed decision that they can make on wiser decisions that they can make with their money. Now, if you think this is a load of, hogwash, solar is a scam, blah, 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 hey buddy, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Go on and continue renting your electricity. That's fine with me. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, okay? But if you're somebody who's like me and you think to the future and you want to acquire as much wealth as you can for yourself, for your own financial goals, or maybe to leave to your family when you've moved on, then what I would recommend to you is to schedule a free consultation with me. I've been in the industry for over 3 years now, and I've helped over 100 homeowners save tens of thousands of dollars on electricity costs in their home and drive more value to their home. I've included a link in the description below. Feel free to fill it out and schedule a free consultation with me. It takes about 5 minutes and it won't cost you a dime. And let's see how we can get you saving some money. That's all for now. See you next time.